people take their life for granted. Only the emotions of negativity by which they're haunted. Who knows what's next? Our time here ain't infinite.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'll be talking about why I started rapping, what text music is about, and what TEXight is. So I will try to make this video as short as possible because I can talk about this forever. But before I go into that topic, I just really wanted to thank you guys for all the sweet comments and the messages you guys sent to me after my last video where I talked about where I am today and what I'm doing in life. And also thank you for those of you who actually went on to TEX Music and subscribed there as well. It really means a lot. It just to know that I still have a lot of support from my old channel. So a few of you actually asked me why I started rapping, what was going on in that area, because you guys know I'm crazy for airplanes and I'm living that dream, but what exactly was going on with my music? So back when I was still in India and I was still a member of the SEIU Facebook group, and if you guys were there as well, you may or may not know that I was going through some tough times when I was in India. So I never really talked about it to a lot of people, apart from that one time where there was someone in the group on a specific post that was talking shit about me and my videos, and a few of you actually stood up for me, and you guys know who you are, so thank you for that as well. That was really the time I started to appreciate music on another level, because according to me, the worst thing that could happen to someone who's going through a tough time is that they feel like they have no one to talk to, or that no one will understand them. And I was basically going through that phase. And when I started to listen to Eminem's music, things started to change. Like, it was crazy because finally I didn't feel alone, because I felt like there was someone out there who knew how I felt, but they didn't know I existed. And that, I think, is really special. I think it's really magical, because here Eminem was rapping and talking about his problems while reaching out to people who are going through similar types of problems now, and he doesn't even know they exist. I think that's really crazy. But it really helped me, and I'm sure there are so many people out there, and music has helped them. And people deal with their problems in different ways. Some people just talk to other people, some people can write poems, some people dance, some people paint. I just started to write. I started to write my problems in the form of rhymes last year. So earlier when I was in India, I looked at Eminem and I said, one day I want to have this kind of power in my voice. I want to reach out to people who are going through a tough time. I want to tell them that they'll be okay. And I never really did anything about it at that time, up until last year. So when I first came to the UK 2 years ago, things were really different. I was in a completely different environment. I was with a completely different group of people. And because of that, I was going through a lot of trouble because I didn't know a lot of basic things. But I was going through that trouble in a good way, because when you go through troubles like this in life, I think it's very important that you learn from them to grow and to mature as a person. I think it's very important for that to happen. So after 1 year, so last year, then I started to write down my problems and my feelings in the form of rhymes, but I never showed them to anyone up until a point where I got super bored one day. I just put a beat on YouTube and I rapped my lyrics over it. And I got quite excited, I got quite pumped, because I never tried it out, although I always did want to try it out. I never tried it out because I was like, I can't possibly do that. But I did. Now, I'm not saying it was great or anything, but it wasn't bad, and it was something I could definitely see myself doing, because I know I used it as a form of therapy, but it just happened to entertain people as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are rappers today, even before, like when they started rapping, obviously it was them telling their problems or talking about stuff in general, but it was also people listening to them as entertainment as well. So I was like, I should definitely do this. And then I just wrote a few songs, but I didn't really have a microphone or anything, or anyone to produce beats for me. So I literally just took beats from YouTube, rapped over them, and that was about it. Up until the end of last year, the end of last academic year, I got an offer from Imperial, but there were other problems that could have resulted in me not coming to Imperial, and that kind of really broke me from the inside, because Imperial became my dream, and there were a few things that was stopping me from achieving it, even though I had got an offer from them. So at that time I wrote a song about it called Momentum, and I bought a mic, and I actually recorded it and I uploaded it on YouTube. I was quite scared in the beginning because I thought people might not like it, because obviously I've had viewers watching my cubing videos, but this was completely different. I'd never done anything like this before. But fortunately, a lot of people did like it. I got a lot of positive feedback, and that kind of convinced me to upload some more songs as well. So I uploaded 5 songs for my first EP called Equilibrium, and it's all like physics-based names, but the music is not physics-based at all. It's about society and my problems and that kind of stuff. So that was where it all began. Now I'm actually working on my own album with a friend of mine at Imperial called Hike. He's been producing from the past 6 years, and we both like each other's taste in producing and stuff. So we're doing a collaboration, we're making our own album, and we're trying to do this as professionally as we can. We're using high-end equipment provided by Imperial College because they're supporting me as well, which is just great. Shout out to you guys. IC Radio, ICTV. ICTV is letting me borrow the performance space and the high-end like camera equipment to make all the music videos, and then I've got the microphones and stuff from IC Radio, so thank you guys for that as well. So that was all about TEX music. Now, a few days ago, I put up a post on Facebook saying TEXight coming soon, and even on Snapchat I posted something saying like, I'm really excited to start TEXight. Now, a few of you actually asked me what was going on because I'd never really told anyone what TEXight was. Basically, in October when I posted that video, a few of you who messaged me also said something like, we don't really know what you're doing because you never post anything on Snapchat or Instagram, so like we don't know what you're up to. And they suggested that I start making vlogs for my old supporters and hopefully my new ones as well. But I told them it would be very hard for me to do that because my course actually takes up a lot of my time, and I'm doing all these other projects side by side as well. But I changed my mind because G-Eazy and MGK, 2 of my favorite rappers, did this, and actually they still do it. In fact, they used to make these mini vlog series every time they were producing or they went on a tour, and I really enjoy watching those videos because it's like you get to feel what it's like to be around them or be part of what they're doing. So in a way, I kind of want to give that experience to my followers as well, and hopefully when I'm famous, the fans or the followers can look back to these videos and say like, yo, this is where they were, this is where they are now. And being part of someone's journey is actually really nice. I've been part of people's journey, people have been part of my journey, and I think it's really nice to see someone grow. So yeah, I've decided to do that, and not just for people, but actually for myself as well, because I can always look back to these videos after a few years and kind of relive these moments and see what it was like at that time. Because even today, when I look back to the times when I was in India, so sometimes when I watch my old videos, I get a bit nostalgic, and it feels really nice to see what life was like back then and what life is like now. And seeing that kind of evolution is quite nice. So yeah, that's what TEXight is about. And obviously I'm going to be uploading those videos on TEX Music. So for those of you who stuck around this far, thank you guys for watching. I hope you go and subscribe to TEX Music. That would be really helpful. You can also go and like my Facebook page as well. And I know this was a bit too formal, but if you really want to see what I'm like, you can actually go and check those vlogs out, because I'm actually going to start making them very soon as I have something sorted. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.